think I can officially say welcome to algebra. At this point, if you're watching this video, algebra's main focus is finding the value of a variable. So it's kind of like solving a puzzle or figuring out what the answer to a puzzle is. Officially, we call this solving. So again, when you see the word solve, it means you're solving a puzzle. In the beginning problems, you need to identify one of two things. Number one, am I adding or subtracting with a variable? And number two, what is the opposite operation? So we should understand, and please, if you don't understand this, understand that addition is the opposite of subtraction. Addition means I'm putting something together. Addition means I'm taking two things and putting them together. Subtraction means I'm taking away from something. Addition means the group gets bigger. Subtraction means the group gets smaller. Like I said, these two are opposites. You have to have that in your head. So once you identify if you're adding or subtracting, which is an easy read, you then have to identify what's the opposite operation and use that operation. In other words, if I took if I went from here, if I go 1 or let's say 5 feet up to get here, I have to go 5 feet back to get back to where I belong to undo it. If I went 5 feet to the right, then to undo it, I have to go 5 feet to the left. If I went 5 feet to the left, or let's say 7 feet to the left, to undo that, I have to go 7 feet back to the right. And same thing if I went 8 feet down initially, to undo that, I have to go 8 feet up. It's all about opposites. So as you're working these out, think about opposites. Again, to introduce it properly, we're going to use the formal way. So even if your teacher isn't really making you do this, I guarantee you they're going to appreciate what's going on, and there's no need to confuse yourself by doing different things. Let's just do it the right way. The first thing you want to recognize is that this equal sign separates this into two sides. All right, so if I were you, again, just to start, I would draw that line. That way I can see that x plus 5 represents one side of it, 9 represents the other. What this means is that there's a number over here that makes this side equal to that. So what I will do now is I will say first off that this sign is adding. So I recognize that this is a plus sign, which means when it says, am I adding or subtracting, you'll recognize that you're adding. How do you undo, or what is the opposite of adding? It is subtracting. So what I'm going to do, because we want to get x by itself, is we want to subtract 5 from that side. It's going to make 5 go away because 5 minus 5 is 0. But the rule is whatever I do to the left, I have to do to the right. So we put minus 5 on this side, and then we draw a line. Again, work on your format. Don't be stubborn, because a lot of people try to do it their way and they get confused. Whether you draw this line is up to you, but at least put the minus 5 under the 5 and the minus 5 under the 9. And what happens is 5 minus 5 goes away, x comes down, equals comes down, and 9 minus 5 is 4. And I'll go back to this. Isn't 4 plus 5 9? Yes, it is. So again, what you are doing when you are looking for the variable is you're moving the number away by using the opposite. So if I know I added 5 to something to get the answer, then I'm going to subtract 5 from both sides to figure out what that answer is. In number 2, you recognize that this is subtraction. If I subtracted 3 to get the answer, then I'm going to find what I'm missing by using the opposite or adding 3. So I put a plus 3 under here to make that go away. I put a plus 3 under the 7. And again, that doesn't go away. But again, negative 3, positive 3 cancels out. That's why we did it. X comes down with 7 plus 3, which is 10. That is it. You have to get this down. If you do not get this process down, if you do not work on your organization, it's going to be a long chapter, and it's going to be a frustrating chapter. So please make sure you take this seriously. Again, take whatever selfishness, stubbornness, anger, whatever it might be with the process, and put it off to the side. If you do not get this process down, and it's a very easy process. I see plus 5, I put minus 5, minus 5. I see minus 3, I put plus 3, plus 3. It's not a hard process. You just have to be serious enough about it to take it seriously and just do it the right way. Again, whether you split at the equal sign is up to you, but that helps me to see the two sides, especially when we start getting more information. The thing I see is subtraction. So I see minus 2, which means if I see a minus 2, the opposite of minus 2 is plus 2 and plus 2. It's that simple. Put plus 2 under here because these two things go away. X comes down, and you put plus 2 over here so you can stay even. 10 plus 2 is 12. Think about it. 12 minus 2 is 10. Think about it. 10 minus 3 is 7. 4 plus 5 is 9. We are finding the answer, but we're allowing the answer to come to us. We're not doing a whole bunch of extra thinking like, is it a 1, is it a 2, is it a 3, is it a 4, and keeping on going. The answer comes to us with the step that we're using. X plus 4 is equal to 7. This is a plus 4. When you see a plus 4, we will get rid of it with a minus 4, but we have to do the minus 4 on both sides so we figure out what the actual answer is. If I added 4 to get to 7, then subtract 4 to figure out what x is. Again, the 4's go away, and 7 minus 4 is 3. Check it out. 3 plus 4 is 7. We just found the answer. It came to us by just simply using the opposite operation. X plus 10 equals 20. If this says plus 10, again, I'm adding. I'm going to offset adding or do the opposite of adding, which is subtract 10, subtract 10. X comes down, the 10's go away. 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 plus 10 is 20, which means I did do it right. X minus 7 equals 9. X minus 7 equals 9. Again, minus 7 means I'm going to use plus 7. X comes down, 7's are gone. 9 plus 7, I believe, is 16, and that is all. If you are still having issues with this, please talk to your teacher and get it fixed quickly. If I am your teacher, please talk to me. But outside of that, have a good day, and I will talk to you later.